F1 Austrian GP, Verstappen crushes opposition for 7th win of 2023. Max Verstappen overcame a Ferrari virtual safety car pit stop advantage to beat Charles Leclerc in Formula One's 2023 Austria race in what was still a crushing performance from Red Bull. Verstappen nailed the start to head off Leclerc's run to the inside for the first corner and then dropped him again following an early safety car needed to clear debris from contact between cars back in the pack at turn 1. The early phase was Verstappen simply driving clear of Leclerc and Sainz, who was initially told he had to sit behind his teammate and not attack, a call he got frustrated with after a few laps. The race picture was changed when Nico Hülkenberg retired in the turn 1 runoff after losing power immediately after his lap 13 stop to change the mediums. All the top 10 runners, bar Fernando Alonso for hards, had started on. This caused the virtual safety car to be activated, which initially appeared to come just too late for the Ferraris to take advantage of as they were just passing the pit exit. But as it was still in place a lap later, they came in when Verstappen did not. That created an offset between the two leaders, with Leclerc able to start to close in on Verstappen and then lead the phase approaching half distance once the Red Bull was brought in to take hards on lap 24. He immediately used the new rubber to erase Leclerc's 6.4s lead in just 10 laps, with Verstappen getting by at turn 3 on lap 35 with a move to the inside that appeared to catch the Dutchman out a touch as Leclerc stayed so wide. From there, Verstappen pulled easily clear once again, opening up a 10's lead in the same number of laps as Ferrari considered switching its driver to a 3-stopper only to be rebuffed by Leclerc. He came in again on lap 47 having been 13.3s adrift, taking the hards for the first time. Red Bull then closed any hope of a strategic battle late on, as Verstappen was brought in to go back to the mediums only 2 laps later and he subsequently ran smoothly clear. He had built a 24's lead by the time he demanded a late stop for softs to take the fastest lap away from Perez on the final tour, which he did by over a second on 1 minute and 7.012 seconds, and this all made his winning margin 5.1s. Leclerc took second 12.0s clear of Perez, who put in a battling drive from his 15th place starting spot, which was aided by several drivers ahead getting 5-second time addition penalties for abusing track limits. The topic becoming a major theme just as it had in both qualifying sessions here. This included Sainz, who had also returned from his VSC stop behind Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, who had switched places from their 4th and 5th starting spots when the Mercedes shot ahead on the outside line at the first corner. Sainz battled by but had to get Norris twice once he had fallen behind while serving his penalty at his second stop, like Leclerc for hards, but 2 laps before the leading Ferrari. Norris had repassed Hamilton by this stage, the 7-time world champion, another to get a track limits abuse penalty while he was vocally unhappy with the race pace of his W14. Sainz and Norris were soon joined by Perez, and after he cleared the McLaren he engaged in a lengthy fight with Sainz, who kept picking up DRS by being ahead of the turn 3 detection point and then fighting back against the Red Bull to turn 4. While Sainz felt Perez was intimidating him, there was nothing he could do once Perez finally got DRS out of turn 4 and shot ahead on the run to the downhill right-hander. The scrap cost Perez 3 seconds to Leclerc, who was at this stage with 9 laps to go 12.4s clear, and the expectation of a final Perez chance never came.